Modified Sedan Series preliminary A main on the racetrack right now. This one over 15 laps, the first of two feature events you'll see here tonight. As we go green reverse grid here in the first of our feature events for the modifieds. Kayla Knox will lead them down through turn number 1 and 2 as they race down the back. On her outside, the 44 of Corey Richter. There'll be a drag race to the start-finish line for the first lap. It'll be Richter who gets it. So Richter's the leader. Kayla Knox in second. Gaggle of cars in behind. They're all over the place as they run down the back straight away. You throw the proverbial blanket over the entire field as they race down the front straight away. Perhaps a little bit of contact there. Our leader is the 44 of Corey Richter. Bronte Perkins is second. Then it's Kayla Knox in the 68. Just starting to slide back a little now as we see the 0 of John Baker Jr. starting to make his presence felt. New race leader also, Bronte Perkins. As they race down through turn number 1 and 2, Baker Jr. on the inside of Deckett. As they race down the riverside of the Speedway into turn number 3 and 4. Baker now up to second, or Baker now up to second. Deckett going with him as well. Perkins. Then it's the 0 of Baker Jr. Then it's Rob Deckett, or Mark Deckett I should say. Corey Richter, Rob Uren. In that 94. Bit of panel rubbing there as they made their way to turn number 4, but it's still Bronte Perkins. Out of turn number 2, they cross further back. That's the 6 of McCarthy in the 68 of Deckett. 68, I should say, of Knox. Side by side there. The duo running 3rd and 4th. But with 1.5 laps to go, can Deckett round up the leaders? Look further back, that's Domain and Richter. So one last lap for Deckett to try to work the outside groove. He's got there into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. Photo finish about to come your way in the preliminary A main for the modified sedans. Deckett on the outside, he'll get there. Deckett just over Bronte Perkins. Wade McCarthy sets the fastest lap of the race on the final circulation. Rob Uren, Kayla Knox, Jason Domain, Corey Richter. John Baker Jr. failing to go the distance there in the preliminary for the modified sedan. Feature event round number 1 of the East Side Bearing and Brake Modified Sedan Series. Let's head down to turn number 1 and 2. It'll be the 6 of Wade McCarthy to lead down the back straight away. Bronte Perkins, Mark Deckett. Side by side for the second spot. Then we go back to Rob Uren. As they head down through turn number 1 and 2. Bouncing their way through turn number 1. A little bit of fluid on the racetrack. Looks like one of the cars perhaps leaking. A bit of fluid down there in turn number 1. I suspect it might be the 69 of Perkins as it expires in turn number 4. So it's then down in turn number 1, spinning on that fluid, is the 44. McCarthy to lead them in. Underway in the Oslo Finance restart zone. No cars make their way down through turn number 1 and 2. Deckett to the outside of Kayla Knox. In fact, Deckett had a nice restart there. Had the momentum going down the back straight, but Rob Uren was able to cut it off halfway down that back straight. There's Deckett in that 3rd spot. Going to be getting quite frustrated right now, although it looks like his yellow lights are on for the 44. Now on the back straight, Corey Richter for Wade McCarthy. Down the back chute. Past the pit gate, past the Ross Wright Function Centre in turn number 4. Checkered flag will wave. The East Side Bearing and Brake Modified Sedan Series opener goes to Wade McCarthy. Second to Rob Uren. And third will be Kayla Knox in the 68